And I'm just going to read 3 items, okay? In June, on June 10, 14, for 3 hours, it's to draft an email to P. Willingham regarding board minutes amendment to the bylaws, $630. June 17th, research regarding whether district's bylaws contain provision for board to waive meeting time limits, $315. And the final one I want to bring to light so that the people will have some context as to what is going on here on the legal side. Legal research regarding whether district is allowed to waive bylaw time limits, draft memorandum regarding the same, $420. So basically, you guys spent over $1,300 to answer an email that I sent. How is it that you are the ones in charge, and when a constituent sends an email, the reason why I don't get a timely reply, if I even get a reply usually, is because you have sent it out to be serviced to your lawyers because you don't know how to answer it? I don't know, I'm just surmising, but I just think it's kind of interesting that it takes that long to get a reply back because you have sent it out in order for it to be serviced by your lawyers and then for me to get a very legalese response. And I think that that kind of information needs to be exposed and needs to come to light.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments.
Thank you.
And at the same time, we do have an item on the floor right now, and if we need any clarification over here, yeah, please do. With all due respect.
I think it's important that we all understand that from time to time it becomes important for school districts, for boards of education, for superintendents to take a look at legal services. That's why we have a request for proposals. There are issues such as, in this document it talks about legal counsel not sitting at the table during negotiations. That's a current state. We may want to change that. That's a decision that this superintendent and this board need to make. Frequently, when you have a change in superintendencies or a major change in the board constituency or the board makeup, it's a time to take a look at those proposals. I think it's imperative that we understand that when we're looking at these proposals, we're looking at what the hourly charging rates are for various kinds of services as compared to what was required in previous years with what might be required in next year. So if you're going to look at comparison of what was spent 3 years ago versus this year versus what maybe, it's a shot in the dark. Those are valid comparisons. The other thing that I think is important for us to understand, perhaps it's a good time to be looking at those proposals. You may just validate the current choice that you've made, but if you take a good look at it, you've mentioned the expense of having, let's just say, not maybe the best of counsel, when you're entered into some agreements or some practices that may have cost this district or other districts millions of dollars. It then becomes a comparative analysis on what do you spend your money on. It's an investment versus the expense you may have by not having had good counsel. My last comment is legal services provide counsel to the district and to its employees. They do not act in place of the district or its employees. I think it's imperative that you have the best counsel possible. I think it's imperative that you take a good look at the various firms that may provide services to districts that are like us. Again, not trying to answer things, but comments for the reasons for going out for an RFP.
Thank you very much. Any questions, board members? No?
Let's vote again.
Yeah. Oh, so done. Okay. Nullify the previous. Okay, we have an item here, which is the request for proposals.
I'd like to make a motion
Legal service.
to accept the request for proposals for legal services.
Yeah. So moved. So made.
Second.
There's a second on that. Any discussion with the board? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have one absentee, and that's excused. It's 4-0. Meeting. Go back to that. Okay, our next meeting is a study session, October 26th. We'll start at 5:30, and we have a board meeting November 9th, which will start at 6:30.
So I'd just like to comment that our next board study session will focus on our school culture and climate. This will go along with the National Bully Prevention Month, and so they will bring to us a series of activities and events and trainings that we've been participating in.
Okay. So adjourned. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much to the staff for being here, and read us the information we need to move forward.